So we have Mr. Medley Jr., his brother, and Heron in the house, all trying to prove that they are the spawn of the one and only Mr. Medley Sr. But wait, there's more. Miss Johnson, the sister from another mother, also hops on the bandwagon, claiming that Mr. Medley is her dear old dad. Talk about a family reunion. The bros spill their guts, sharing tales of a childhood gone wrong, courtesy of dear old dad. They've endured more drama than a reality TV marathon, poor souls.
Would you give me your full name as a junior? Why would you sign my birth certificate if you deny me as your child?
Our dear Mr. Medley Sr. is here, ready to explain his oh-so-loving actions towards these young men. Apparently, he treated them like garbage because he had doubts about their mom's fidelity. The classic, I married your mother because a pastor said so, but I never really trusted her excuse. So heartwarming. Now it's time for the brothers to pour their hearts out and tell us about the atrocities they endured. They share heart-wrenching stories of how Mr. Medley Sr.'s negligence put one of them in a life-threatening situation. But hey, their grandmother was a real trooper and fought tooth and nail to keep the family together, even though Mr. Medley Sr. couldn't care less. Oh, what a lovely family dynamic.
I died 3 times in the hospital because of you, man. And I hate you for that. I want to let you know that.
And here comes Miss Johnson, a new contender in the Who Wants to Be Mr. Medley's Child game. She claims that Mr. Medley Sr. immediately accepted her as his long-lost daughter and even met her and his grandkids. But hold on tight, folks, because as soon as she asked for some financial support, Mr. Medley Sr. conveniently disappeared. Who needs child expenses when you're not very rich, right?
Child support took the check. I didn't have the money. So I didn't have it. And I'm not rich. And then she told me that.
Our judge, bless their soul, is just aching with emotion as they listen to this heart-wrenching tale. They can barely contain their excitement to unveil the truth about this tangled web of paternity. Drumroll please. Surprise, surprise. The two brothers are indeed the biological sons of Mr. Medley Sr. Cue the confetti and applause.
You are the father.
But oh dear, in a plot twist that even M. Night Shyamalan would envy, Miss Johnson isn't a chip off the old Medley block. Sorry darling, you won't be getting any fatherly love from Mr. Medley Sr. He hugs his newfound sons and in a stunning gesture asks Miss Johnson to play the role of a father figure to her own damn self. Oh, how heartwarming.
Well, family, y'all done broke me down now. Tried to hold the tears back.
Next is Mr. Harlson, who's desperate to find out if he's the proud papa of Miss Smith's daughter, Talia. Apparently, these two had a steamy rendezvous ages ago and then vanished into thin air. True love at its finest. Now, Mr. Harlson, bless his heart, is also swimming in a sea of debt thanks to child support payments. But don't worry, folks, he's here today because despite paying all that money, he never really believed the kid was his. How touching.
So it really was a brief encounter.
Yes.
Right, and then, see, after that,
And Mr. Harrelson, you say you didn't even know her name.
In a stunning twist, the judge calls in Talia herself to spill the beans about her oh-so-tragic life. She blames her mom for not setting any boundaries, claiming it led to all the misery she's experienced. Oh, the parenting skills of Miss Smith truly deserve an award. Talia is convinced that if only she had a dad, she would have made wiser decisions. The magical powers of fatherhood.
I mean, because I wouldn't have had a baby so young, I wouldn't have had to grow up so fast. I wouldn't have had to do none of that if my mom was just like, sit your tail down somewhere.
But hold on, folks, there's more. Talia spills the tea about her relationship with dear old daddy. Apparently, they chatted on the phone and shared secrets, but Mr. Harrelson had commitment issues when it came to calling him dad. Why? Oh, he feared the poor girl would suffer if the paternity test proved he wasn't her father. Such a noble and selfless man, isn't he? Talia also reveals that she only found out about Mr. Harrelson's child support payments a few years ago. According to her version, Miss Smith pulled off the ultimate heist, stealing his ID and social security card just to sue him. James Bond would be impressed.
I didn't know.
Now, Miss Smith, on the other hand, is certain that Mr. Harlson is the proud papa of Talia. She's hoping for a brighter future for her daughter once paternity is established. But oh, the plot thickens. Talia drops the bombshell that her mum confessed to talking to other guys after her steamy encounter with Mr. Harlson. Oh boy, if the results turn out otherwise, she's ready to have a little chat with her mum to figure out who her real daddy is. Or maybe she'll just let it go. You know, no biggie. The suspense is killing me. And now, drum roll please, the moment of truth arrives. Surprise, surprise, Mr. Harlson is indeed the biological father of Talia. Cue the waterworks and the happy reunion of father and daughter. Pass the tissues, folks. This is the most heartwarming Jerry Springer moment we've ever seen.
But I see the tears in your eyes because you do care.
Crazy.
You do care.
Grab your popcorn and hold on tight. We have Mr. Fritz, the determined detective who believes that Miss Agee is his long-lost daughter, snatched away from him at the tender age of 4 months. He's been on a wild goose chase for 35 years, folks. Talk about commitment to paternal uncertainty. But Miss Agee, bless her heart, is adamant that he couldn't possibly be her father because, well, if he was, he would have found her. Ouch, that's got to sting, Mr. Fritz. According to Miss Agee's side of the story, she was raised by her grandmother until a man named Buster waltzed into her life claiming to be her daddy. They had their own little daddy-daughter dance for a while, but one day, poof, he vanished into thin air. Disappearing daddies seem to be a recurring theme here, folks. Miss Agee, scared from the experience, fears history might repeat itself. Can't blame her, can we?
He didn't show up. I was hurt. My biological father wasn't around. He wasn't in my life, so that hurt me.
But hold on, Mr. Fritz ain't backing down. He struts into the courtroom with confidence, ready to drop some truth bombs. He recounts his heroic efforts to find his estranged daughter. After losing her at 4 months old, they miraculously reunited when she was a ripe old age of 2. But alas, it was short-lived. In a dramatic twist, her family snatched her away again, leaving Mr. Fritz to roam the neighborhood like a detective in a B-grade movie, interrogating anyone who crossed his path. Talk about dedication, folks. And then brace yourselves, the plot thickens. After years of searching, Mr. Fritz stumbled upon Miss Agee through the magical land of Facebook. Ah yes, the digital playground where long-lost relatives and endless cat videos come together. How heartwarming.
If you want to find...
Now pay attention, folks, because this is where it gets juicy. When Mr. Fritz finally reached out to Miss Agee, she conveniently needed some financial assistance. But did she accept him as her father? Nope. She remained as stubborn as ever, complaining that he should have shown up when she was young. Time is of the essence, people, and apparently paternity is on a schedule. But wait, drum roll please, the moment we've all been waiting for has arrived. The DNA results are in, and lo and behold, Miss Agee is indeed Mr. Fritz's biological daughter. Cue the tears, the hugs, and the long-awaited father-daughter bonding. Happy endings do exist, folks, even if it takes 35 years and a social media platform to find them.
Fritz, you are her father.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about.